Hello, Rooted people. It's Kamal, Bigum of the Rooted Project, here to leave you guys with a new reflection. This time I'm coming from Trinidad. Check that out. I'm out here with a good friend of mine, mentor, partner in life, Ona Brown. She's out here doing some motivational speaking to a couple of organizations, and pretty much I'm here to just help in any way I can. I've been blessed to be here, and I'm taking this opportunity. With that said, I want to leave you guys with some insight, some words to help you as it's helped me in helping me move forward in 2014. The energy of 2014 is definitely a lot different than 2013. I don't know if you can feel that. It feels like this sense of like pulling towards something. It's like the sense of control is out the window and we just got to move forward and things are popping up, good and bad, and it's like you got to step up because if you don't, everything falls apart. And it's a good type of you need to step up. It's not necessarily the type of step up where you're feeling like you're not giving to something. It feels like you have a new responsibility on life this time around. And that's kind of what I wanted to get into. I want to talk about responsibilities, and I want to talk about what I want for us moving forward in 2014. The words that come to mind for some reason are living on the edge. And when I say living on the edge, I'm not talking about living dangerously. I'm not talking about, even though this can be perceived as living dangerously, but I'm not talking in the sense of doing things that just for excitement and thrills and possibly, losing your life. It's not like that. When I mean living on the edge, I feel like in life we have a route that we walk every day, and we fill the main lane with all these things that we feel responsible for and things that we feel like we need to do, take care of, to sustain or survive, which I think is kind of the lowest form that we can believe that we're living is surviving. That's just getting by. We want to live beyond that. We want to live abundantly. So, but anyway, as we continue to put these things in the middle of the road, it's like that's what's important. And then we push all these things to the side, all these things to the edges that really do speak to us, that really do nourish us, that really do, help propel us. But we get so enthralled in all these other things that don't really matter. And we start thinking this is what we need to do. And then we forget about all the things that we desire to do. And I think the word dream to me, when I think of dream, I think of desires. I think of things that aren't necessarily understandable to many, things that people can't necessarily see in you when they first see you or the person you used to be. I think of things that you have within you that you want to create, but of course it's going to take the biggest leap of faith maybe in your life to do. But that is why we're here. That is the reason why you're listening to this video today. That is the reason why you look at things differently than most people do, and that's the reason why you have those conversations with yourself that you can't share with other people because they might not understand where you're coming from. But you have something deeper within you that deserves to be put out there, that deserves to be taken from the edges and put into your centerpiece. You have the responsibility to do that, and I believe with doing that you begin to make a whole reality based on that versus only getting bits and pieces of what you deserve. Does that make sense? I feel too many of us are only getting bits and pieces of what we deserve, trying to survive based on living off of something that wasn't created for you in the first place. That was just to get you by. But now we're giving it too much power. We're getting older now. It's time to make decisions like older people. It's time to be responsible for our lives, be responsible for who we are. Because I refuse to wake up 5 years, not even 5 years. I refuse to wake up a year from now, let alone 6 months from now, and not feel like I took some type of initiative in my life, not feeling like I took some type of chance in my life, feeling like I put away the childish things, feeling like I put away the childish people. I put away the negative people, the people that don't understand me, the people that aren't really in my corner. They say supportive things, but do they really support you? Are they there when you need them the most? Or is it because it makes them feel good? These are all things that, as we go into 2014 now, we can't afford to waste our time with. I feel like too many times we keep people around us that don't deserve to be around us anymore. And we feel this responsibility to hold tight because we feel bad and we don't want to make them feel like we're fake or that we don't care about them. And they're normally the people pulling from us the most. Why do we waste our time with that? There's millions of people in the world, billions of people in the world that deserve our energy, that deserve our time, that will not only take what we give and appreciate it, but more so give something back that we can take to propel us to new levels. If we stay where we are, how the heck are we going to get where we deserve to be? And it doesn't start with just thinking in your mind and writing every night. That's great. That's powerful. That's awesome. But you got to live it. You got to cut ties. You need to recreate new, no, not recreate. Yeah, sometimes actually recreate bonds that you may have let go of that you know you should have kept, but fear pushed you away from them. And cut the ones that don't deserve to be there. And the people that you see that you know you need to be a part of their life, that you know you need to talk to them, that you know you need to be more upfront and honest with, do it. We don't have time to waste. It's 2014. This energy is real, and we have, once again, a responsibility to ourselves to create the reality that we deserve. I realized another thing talking back about, I was talking about cutting ties and things of that nature. Don't you feel tired of being around people and downplaying yourself so they feel comfortable? Doesn't that get nerve-wracking? Doesn't that just wear on your spirit sometimes? And then people teach you that that is the way to give. But I believe in the law that of yin and yang. I believe there's a balance to life. And when you give, you receive, whether you know it or not. And when you're giving, giving, and getting nothing back, where do you think that leaves you at the end of the day? Broke down on the highway. And I say these words not to be harsh, not to make anyone feel bad, not to make anyone just think like, why am I even here? No, I say this because it's time to make a change. Really. Stop reading books. Not stop. God forbid. Don't stop reading books. Please read a book. But stop overthinking it and start doing it. When we start worrying about all these little things, worrying about other people that we don't deserve, that don't deserve our energy, worrying about people at work, worrying about certain family members to an extent, worrying about our own fears and insecurities, we waste our time overthinking, and what happens is we get in paralysis mentally and spiritually and physically. And we spend so much time thinking that life just passes us by. And then we wake up and we're like, how did I get here? Then we start playing a blame game and pointing fingers at everybody and wanting everybody to feel sorry for us. But the point is, you want people to feel sorry for you because you know you feel sorry for yourself, because you knew you had the opportunity to make a difference in your own life and you did not take it. It's 2014 and we need to be responsible for ourselves. We need to make decisions for us. No more sitting back calling ourselves young and all this stuff. We are young adults now. And we need to start making decisions like young adults. We need to be images of what we want our children to be, what we want our children's children to be. We need to be images of what we want our finances to be. We need to be splitting image of what we want our spirituality to be, our belief systems to be. All these things that we think we want and that we tell people we're about. Forget that. It's time to just do it. And it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to make sense. Everybody's not going to understand you, but that's a part of the process. Once you start ruffling people's feathers and they start feeling like talking about you, looking at you funny, calling you weird, calling you crazy, calling you, judging you, these are things that are letting you know that you are on the right path. Because if you are anything like me, you remember what it was like when you lived for them and it didn't get you anywhere. It's time to get somewhere. It's 2014. Y'all know I love you. Y'all know I do all this because I believe in us. And every day I walk this world, I'm dedicating my life to some type of progression. And I know you are too. And that's why we're connected right now. I love you very much. Keep pushing. I'm with you. Be brave. Be bold. Live on the edge. Know what's important to you. Write it down. Figure out how you're going to do it and just do it. If you can't figure out how you can do it, just do it anyway. I'm with you. Let me know if you got any questions, emails, Facebook, phone number, all that stuff. Get to me because I'm with you and we need to make this happen. 2014. God bless. I love you all.